Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Your gun doctor here, and welcome to the haunting of Verdansk. The Lapa has arrived, and the gun is in a stark identity crisis because it doesn't know if it wants to be a shotgun or an SMG. Can you hip fire it or not? It looks like a mini QBZ. The eyesight is quite atrocious. So, first question already up front: have you tried this on controller, and how does it feel on controller? Because on mouse and keyboard, I feel like I rely 100% on a sight, because I need to hit headshots with this. And if you see like this fight here, this is like actually the perfect example. I'm gonna shoot the guy, and then I literally have to unscope because I lost him. I lost him in the gun. Let's talk about the Lapa Recoil, the different barrels, because as you can see, fire rate, bullet velocity, vehicle damage, fire rate, bullet velocity, effective damage range, damage and fire rate, damage, horizontal recoil, aim walk, movement speed, minus fire rate. What? We get the numbers. We can tell you what is the best barrel there. Our boy JGod has been doing all the work, and I'm going to be presenting you this data. Very easy put together so you understand which barrel might be the best for you to then clap jimmies left and right. First, this is the Lapa Recoil. As you can see, it just goes up. But yes, the eyesight in the intro, quite atrocious. So you're more or less forced to actually play it with a sight because, frankly spoken, this ain't it at all. Maybe there's going to be a blueprint at some point that gives you a better eyesight. I mean, if you could remove the circle and you were just using the front part, I think I would actually be okay with it. So somehow get rid of that freaking circle. I wish they would give us anyhow a chance to customize the eyesights. Well, then it would maybe probably be a little bit too OP though. So we are waiting for actually another blueprint that somehow changes that. And then we have a pay-to-win Lapa. Because in the current state, you won't want to have it. The hipfire is really good, but I'll show you the numbers and why you don't want to hipfire it. With the normal Lapa, you have a 700 rate of fire. It's an 11 meter effective damage range. You have 49 headshot, 33 for chest, 31 for tummy, arms, and legs. That would give you an 8 shot to kill on the chest with 600 milliseconds, which is not really good. Obviously, with one headshot, 49, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you would not have enough. So that would be 8 shots to kill again. You need at least 2 headshots to go down to the 7 shots to kill for 514. The problem is to really go down further, you would need 4 headshots. So we're talking about 49 plus 49 plus 49 plus 49, and then 33 and 33. You really need the 4 headshots to really bring this down, because if you go for 49, 49, 49, and then 1, 2, 3, you're not there. So that would bring you down to a 6 shot to kill with 429. But that would really be 4 headshots. The good thing is you can mix tummies, arms, and legs into the fray, and there is also a neck shot chance. So might consider that neck shots are a thing, and 4 headshots is more realistic than it's not. 514 is okay, especially with a 700 fire rate. Then we're looking at the rifled and the compact. These are 2 of the interesting barrels. One downside already, the effective damage range goes from 11 down to 8 meters, and that's why I'm talking about the identity crisis. 8 meters is technically not bad. It's a shotgun kind of range. So you could play this on 8 meters, but how easy is 8 meters broken? I mean, 11 meters is already not a lot, and that's why we're liking the Bullfrog so much. The only good thing on the 11 meter thing is that the second damage drop off gives you 44 to the head, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 body shots. Problem here, obviously, you can with 1 and 7 and be at the 600 milliseconds. That's okay, but you only have 2 arms and leg shots, so it could be 1, 5, 2 to still get to the 1, but you're pretty much stuck to the 1, 7, so you're ending up at 600 milliseconds. If we're now looking at the rifle and the compact gives you less fire rate, the rifle gives you more fire rate. Each pull it down to 8 meters, but you get a humongous amount of headshot damage more. So we're talking 49, we're talking 52 over 49, which puts you to 5 shots, 35 on the body, 32 on tummy, and then 29 arms and legs, which is actually lower. If we're looking at the Lapa with the compact, you go to 53, 36, 33, and 30. So they have a huge different profile here. The problem is here with 1 headshot, you wouldn't be there. So you would have to hit an abundance of headshots to actually boost this, but you don't need 4. So the cool thing with the 52, it would be 52 once, 52 twice, 52 3 times, and then with 1, 2, 3, we could already hit a freaking 3 and 3 shot to kill for 420 milliseconds, which is quite nice to be spoken. And you have 261. 261 allows you to hit 1 arm and leg shot, because that would be 6 damage less. So we're talking about -6. That is 255. And you could hit one tummy shot also, which is -3. So you would be actually there at 252. Therefore, you have 3 headshots, 1 chest shots, and 2 then, you know, one armor leg shot, 1 tummy shot. Possible, but again, only on the 8-meter range. I mean, then we're talking about the second range where you have 47, and that would be 47 plus. We're talking about getting like a decent time to kill, probably 47 and then 47, and then 32, 32, 32, 32. Kind of doesn't work, right? That would be 3 headshots just to land a 7-shot to kill. So it would like 3 just to land a 7-shot to kill. And that really wouldn't feel like it, you know? So you wouldn't want to have that. You want to have more. I mean, it's very forgiving though. 269, you could hit a lot of after 8-meter shots. So it kind of comes down to that despite all these fancy barrels that you're putting out, you kind of want to go for just the normal Lapa. Because you have the 514, and if you manage to hit the 4 headshots, kind of like the Bullfrog, you go down for 429. And that with a recoil is actually possible to achieve. And the cool thing is you can go for the agency here, for example, then with the Tiger Team Spotlight, I'm going to put a Microflex LED on because you want to hit those headshots together with the SAS combat stock because your sprint to fire is already insane. And then we're going to be putting on the 45 round fast max. So you have the super reload. I don't think it's necessarily needed because you do have a considerable low shots to kill. I mean, we're talking about 7 here. And 40 rounds might be enough. But considering that you're going to be playing this also on Rebirth Island, I think the fast mag is the wave. And that would be all your attachments already. I mean, obviously, if you can't play that like this, that'd be fantastic because you would have a chance to potentially put on a bruiser grip for more movement. But again, you don't want to hip fire it. So that would be what I would recommend. But now let's check out how does this feel when you're shooting it. Can you really hit an abundance of headshots? Okay, how does it feel now with a side? And you can see here, the gun is an absolute laser beam. And that's what I'm saying, like 4 headshots might not be the problem. Because we're talking about, that's what we're doing. We're essentially playing a bullfrog on crack. Essentially. A bullfrog on crack. Or just like the bullfrog used to be. I mean, we're trying to hit every single shot in one place. That should just not be the problem. You're trying to hit headshots. I mean, these are obviously bots, not with full HP, so don't like freak out about this. We're currently in the battle royale practice mode. The question is just how easy is this actually then to shoot? Can we hit all our shots over and over and over and over again? I mean, especially in close quarter. That's like the question, right? If you do this and you're just beaming it away and you're essentially hitting it. I mean, the gun just pulls off a little bit, like here. We're essentially just going to the right side. That's it. Just up and a little bit to the right. I mean, you could even if you want to put on a field agent grip over the Tiger Team Spotlight, but you see that we have quite some significant movement speed. We have some good stray speed. You could technically put on the field agent grip if you do feel like it to actually get a little bit more cluster. But do you really need the cluster? I don't think so. You actually do not need the cluster at all. The gun is really good off and you can really good hit your shots. I mean, are there better options out there that you're already used to? Yes. Does the Lapa have a chance to pretty much exist? Yes, it does. Give it a go. Give it a try. Let's see like if we're getting closer. When you just stay on the hand, right? Obviously, if there's movement involved, but you get it. 700 fire rate is good enough to keep the tracking on and to really get people zoomed down. The biggest problem with the Lapa is you got to do all this stuff to actually unlock it. So you got to like play 5 matches, earn top 10 final placements with your squad, and go so for dance. So you got to play it 5 times, get 3 times top 10, eliminate 10 enemy goes, eliminate 10 enemy humans, eliminate 5 enemy humans. You get it, right? So it's quite like you have to play this game with a lot or do it in Black Ops. Obviously, I'm going to be trying to do it here. And that's kind of like a little bit, I mean, do I really want to do this now in the Haunting of Verdansk? Am I forced to play this game mode? Well, what if I mostly play Rebirth? So you got to play the Ghost of Verdansk. They're pretty much forcing you to get the Lapa unlocked. I guess it is what it is, but yeah, that's how you're going to have to get the weapon. For the people that ever ask where I'm testing my weapons, you go private matches, Battle Royale practice, or Warzone orientation, and you're going to make your loadouts before you go in for quads. You don't choose a team, weapons, and you're going to make your loadouts here for that. What do you think about the Lapa, ladies and gentlemen? Agency Suppressor, Target Team Spotlight, Microflags, SAS Combat Stock, 45 Salvo Round Mag. And as I said, you could technically put the Target Team Spotlight off to put a Field Agent Grip on, which kind of makes you lesser zooming around, tightens the shot a little bit more unnecessary, I think, especially because you're using this really 11 meters minus. So this is a close up and personal one that I would then pair with a gun that you can also whoop out on 10, 20 meters. So for example, the XM4, the AK, all these guns that you really want to zoom out when you're really close already. The M2 also works really fine in the first damage follow-up, as does the C58. So all of these I don't feel bad about. Like if I have to whoop them out at 15 meters, we're good. If I whoop out 10 meters, good. I wouldn't play this obviously together with an LMG because you don't want to whoop an LMG out of the 10 meters. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Is the Lapa it or is it chalked? I do like it. It's fun to use. I think it's not as useless as the Graph. I mean, the Graph is fun now, but there are better options, obviously. It's more of a laser beam than before, which yesterday's video, if you haven't checked it out yet. But the Lapa is definitely there, and it's not a completely useless gun. You actually didn't make something that you can't play. Enjoy the Lapa, enjoy the hunting. Tell me in the comments below how you feel about the game mode, and see you in the next video. Thanks for supporting. Don't forget to subscribe.